What you doing? What you doing? Look over here so we can see your beautiful face. Look over here. Daisy. Come up here, see? Come on up. Yeah, hi. Hi there. Where are you going? Let's see where she's gonna go. Where are you going? Oh, I know. Look at her. She wants to look out the window. Because you're trying to be invisible, it's not working. What you see out there? Oh, do you see something? Look at that tail. It must be one of it's another cat. Oops. You know, I don't know. If it is, I don't see anything. She might see a lizard on the ground. But I don't see nothing. And it's not a very good looking backyard, so I don't want to show it. It's just like, someone piled up some leaves on the next door, and there's not much grass. And there's the old shed. Hi there, peekaboo. Oh, now you're gonna make yourself at home, huh? Yeah. You're gonna make yourself at home? Huh? What you doing? You got me. You got my finger. What you doing? Yeah, I think it's salty. Ooh, what's the matter? You got something in your ear. What's in your ear? Does Mommy have to go check? You let me check. What's in your ear? What's in your ear? What's going on? Do you have some waxy? Oh, she's taking a bath right in front of us. Oh, I'm so glad she moved. Because I was in a pretzel position. It was all twisted, trying to get the right angle holding the phone because it wouldn't have worked with a tripod. And I thought, oh, I'll just use my hand, it'll work. But if she stays a certain period of time, it starts to hurt. And I guess I could have fixed the tripod, but I didn't before I went on, so it looks weird when you put the phone down and then all they see is the table or black, and you know, that's not a good live stream if it goes black. So I guess I need to prepare. That's my thing. Prepare so when she moves I won't have to keep on holding the phone. Unless she moves somewhere else, then the tripod will work on the other side. But I go wherever she goes. Because, you know, I don't want to pick her up and make her go over there. Because she gets very unhappy. What's going on? What's going on? Then we have to comb you or something? We have to give you a bath? Oh, I don't like giving them a bath unless I have to. Like if they're so icky they can't do it for themselves. And we know those times, we won't get into that, but Daisy's never had that problem. She's always been able to take care of herself, haven't you, girl? Oh, you saw my finger, uh-oh. Getting in the way. What you gonna do, Daisy? You gonna sit on the table all night and make me hold the phone? I didn't make you. No, you didn't. If I had the tripod, maybe I could have fixed it where it's made it where it's not so, I don't know, what's the right word? It's not extended, but you can extend it, but shorten it. Does that sound right? Because the way it is now, it would be too high, but I'm not prepared, so I don't want to go and get it, and then you can't do it with one hand, right, Daisy? Does anybody ever hold their phone while they're live streaming so they can get the right angle, or no? I don't know. Anybody out there who does that? Because it's hard, if even an hour, just to hold the phone in one position for an hour. It hurts your hand. But I can't put the phone down because then you won't see Daisy. And that's the whole point of the live stream, to see one of the kitty cats at least. Frack is in the bedroom, so you can't see both of them at the same time. It's a pity I don't have that kind of technology where I could have a camera. But I don't have the equipment, let's just say. And then I probably need Wi-Fi for that too. Have another camera in the bedroom so you can see Frack. Do they have those kind of cameras that will follow the cat around? Like a robo camera. You know, like the Roomba, it would just follow them around. Or is that like a body cam? But that won't be the same. You won't see the cat. You might see the other one, but not the one that's carrying the cat cam or body cam, whatever you call it. Right, Daisy? Daisy, should I be quiet now? So they can watch you. People can watch you washing your beautiful face. Look at those paws, though. I mean, look at them. They are so big. She's a big girl. I mean, look at her. She does look big, don't you think? I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but she is big. She ended up being bigger than Frick. Because they sit beside each other, and I said, look at that. Daisy is bigger than Frick. Are you smelling that candle? Does it smell good? Yeah, if it smells good, then it tastes good. Yeah. Oh, I don't think she's going to move anytime soon. If I put, and see if I put, I have something that will hold the phone, will be like this, but I like to have it where it's up more here, and the only thing that works is my hand. Well, my hand is free, but it's a lot easier to have a tripod or something that will hold it instead of my hand, but I gotta prepare myself next time, so if I can use it, it'll be ready for me, huh? And I like a close-up. Oh, this close-up with that little face. Oh my goodness. Look at that little face. Yes. Okay. She loves the table. Sometimes she'll sleep here for hours, but I don't know if I want to sit here for hours, because you know how when you sit in one spot and then you really can't move? Or you can move some, but you know, if you're trying to do something like this, it's hard. It won't work if you have to move. I don't know. Anyone's watching this, especially the replay, if you've had that trouble, or you've had to sit in the chair while you're live streaming and you can't move because it'll ruin the shot that you're doing, the live stream that you're doing. I know some people, they do the live stream where it's them, not just something else like scenery or pets or whatever it is. What do gamers do when they have to go to the bathroom? Do they just pause it? I guess so. But if I, like, watch when I put the phone down, look at that black. That does not work, because if I put the phone down and someone else comes in, I don't know who's in here, but welcome, by the way. I didn't welcome when you came in because the music was on. And I don't know if you can hear me when the music's on. I don't know, maybe it's that I forgot somebody who couldn't comment. I forgot his name, though. I can't give you a shout out because I forgot. But I appreciate you coming in. I guess everybody else is doing something else. I mean, they could even be on the internet. They could be watching a video or a live stream, and they could be live streaming themselves. I know some people, somebody said that they were watching like 5 live streams and live streaming themselves, or something like that. I don't know how they can do that. Unless you would have to have the volume off or on low. That would drive me nuts. It's like, how many devices do they have? It's like, I guess you could have a laptop, a computer, an iPad, maybe you have another phone. What else could you have? Maybe you have 2 tablets or something. Or you have a couple of computers and everything's going on at once. I wonder how long she's gonna sleep here. Because I really like to move. I wish she'd go over on the other side. I don't know what to call it, because it looks like something we put in a dining room, but I don't really have a dining room per se. I call it a nook because it's so small. It's just enough for the table. It's a big table though. It's not really meant, this table's not really meant for a nook. It's meant for like a large dining room, but someone gave it to me, so I just kept it. But it's meant for, it looks like it's meant for a dining room. You might have seen it where Daisy likes to sleep, and it has like a cabinet and everything. It looks like a curio cabinet, a small one, and they put it in the middle, which is fine with me, but it's just like, I wish you would go over there. So I was just trying to figure out what in the world to call it. What do I call it? I guess whatever I want. The cabinet thing, I'm a jig. And she likes to sleep there most of the time. And it's easier because then I could set up my tripod and put the phone on there and then just rest my hand. That's why the phone's moving. If you notice that, it's not real stable, so hopefully that's not bothersome. I guess now whoever you are is hanging out. unless you went off somewhere to do something to leave it on, which I appreciate that too for my watch time. But well, I know people will see this eventually. I don't know if they'll watch the whole live stream, but at least get some of it. Right now it's just Daisy sleeping, so it might be under my sleeping cats playlist. So after I finish with this live stream, I'll probably put in a description which all my paraphernalia, all my links, and my tag of all my kitties. Actually, it's not a, yeah, it is a tag. The one that looks like the pound sign, that's what I always call it. It's hashtag, I always call it tag. Hashtag AllMyKittys, so they can find all the videos. Because there's a playlist of sleeping cats and a playlist of Daisy. So I've been trying to put that up in the description so people can find the playlists that are relevant to my live streamer video, and maybe they'll want to watch, or like the binge watch video. Somebody's been watching a lot of it, but the watch time isn't really high, but because it takes time, unless you get like 1 million views or something. And and then you need the subscribers, so it's just, I wonder if anyone has a hard time. Some people, it seems like it's really easy. It's like it seems like it. Their channel, maybe they're doing something I'm not. Their YouTube channel takes on a life of its own. And there's actually someone, they said you can take a class for that. It's like a 1 or 2 hour class, but it's $75. And that's a lot for me. I mean, and I think of that, when I think of that $75, I think I could take my cats to the vet. Well, that would be, and then have $20 left over. I mean, a vet visit just to get in the office is like, I think it's $55. So I'm thinking of that, or how much food you can get for yourself or the cats or something. It's like, I haven't been doing tags like I should. You know, where you tag your video, and there's one, what was it called, a website where you can actually put in like the title of your video, and it'll find the most popular tags. And I did that for a while, but it helped a little bit, but it didn't really make it like explode. It helped a little bit, but I know for a while there the hashtag or the tag cute cats was popular, but some of them I try and find the popular ones and it has nothing to do with my video. Like if it's cats are sleeping in weird places or weird positions, I mean, this is not weird. Cat sleeping on table. Usually it's cats sitting in a chair, or sitting like a human, are popular. So I haven't seen my cats do that in a while. I had a cat, Chubby. He used to do that. He'd sit just like a person. But usually it wouldn't be in a chair. It would just be on the floor, up against the wall or something. So, or like cats afraid of cucumbers, and it's just, some of the stuff is just stupid. Or cats fighting, which I don't like that. I'm not going to make a video and try to get my cats to fight. Just, no. But I haven't been doing tags that much lately. I did on a couple of videos, so I don't know. And they say thumbnails help too. I try experimenting with thumbnails, trying to see which ones work, and all that jazz. And like there's one video, it's one of the shorts, which was Frack grooming herself after eating. And someone made the comment, of course, cats always groom themselves after eating. But if I put Frack grooms herself, I wanted to make the title longer, you know, because then if you do, you might get more views, which I wasn't sure if it would, but it did. It got like 2,600 views, which I was surprised. Like some videos I think are going to do well and they don't, and then some videos I think, well, they might do well, do better than I thought. And there's no thumbnail on that one. It's just under shorts, which I don't think I'm getting watch time for that, because they said that's a different platform, so they're not counting. I wish they would, because 2,600 views, even though it's a video that's a minute, that can add up after a while. But it helps you get subscribers, which you need that too. But anywho, sometimes you just have to experiment and just see what works. And also, I do, except right now I'm getting a little tired, but holding the phone. But I enjoy filming my cats. You know, even if I wasn't on YouTube, it would be on Instagram or Facebook. I've never been the kind of person to like film my cats and then send it to all my friends through email or text before Facebook. What we used to do, you know, back in the olden days, we used a Polaroid. That's how far back I'm going. We'd take pictures of our cats, but we wouldn't share, we wouldn't like take a picture and email people or anything. We just put them in our photo album, and if we had company, we'd share with people, you know. But now you can share a lot more. But I don't do that when I make videos. I don't share with my friends on Messenger. Well, some on Facebook Messenger, but not on like messaging, text messaging, or email or anything like that. I usually use Facebook to share, and whoever my friends on Facebook are, they usually get that. Or sometimes I do if I find a cute picture. I will send it. There's a friend of mine, she's not on Facebook. I think she might be on Instagram, but she hasn't told me. I think that's for like immediate family. So I send it through text, and she always, I said, I wonder if she thinks I'm sending too much, but she always likes the pictures and things I send her, so. But I like sending it on Facebook, mostly. I wonder how long she's going to sleep, because, oh, now my elbow hurts a little bit, because it's like it's up against the table. I have to move it, so I have to move the phone and move my hand around. I have to switch. But she is awful cute. I don't know who you are, you're talking, but boy, you've been on here a while. I wonder if you fell asleep or something. Are you watching the whole thing? Just her sleeping? You know anybody who would watch cats just sleep? Unless you're, I know there's somebody who would just work on the computer and have it in the background, because, you know, the computer, you can do that. Yeah, I kind of miss that when you can, I guess, well, the phone, you can do it to a certain extent. Sometimes you can. You can have a little screen up while you're working, but it's not the same as the computer. You could have a whole bunch of stuff going on the computer, unless you do too much and then it makes your computer freeze because it's running out of memory or something. But I haven't had a computer in a long time. I don't think I ever had a laptop. We always had a desktop computer. And I always look at them sometimes. And I think, oh, maybe I should get one. I said, no, because I don't have Wi-Fi and that won't work unless you can do, you know, you can do things on like the laptop or the desktop without Wi-Fi. But it's not the same. Like if you do Microsoft Word and different things, but I wanted something where I could go on the internet with. So that's my phone. My phone is like my computer, phone, and TV all in one. So anybody who is there a TV emoji? If there is a computer, TV, and phone emoji, and you're watching this on the replay, you know, put comment those emojis: phone, TV, and computer, if that's what you use. I know I don't even have a TV. Some people think I'm a little odd because I said, no, I just haven't felt the inclination to go and get a TV. Because he said, well, you can use rabbit ears, you don't have to get cable. I said, well, I mean, I can actually, if I want, I can watch the news on YouTube. I can watch it on Prime Video because I have a subscription for Paramount, which is CBS, so if I want to watch the news at 6 or 11, which I usually don't, my neighbor, every time I go over to her house, she always has the news on because she wants to keep up to date. But I don't want to watch the news constantly. I want to know what's going on. Because you can find out, like on YouTube, they have, like I subscribe to the news channels and they'll have notifications, they'll show the headline, and if I want to know more, I'll watch the video, but I don't want to keep on watching it like all day long and have it on all the time. That drive me crazy. It would just drive me crazy. So, and she was making a face at me because there was a certain news headline. I said, no, I haven't heard of that. I didn't know about that. And she looked at me, you know, it's like a teacher when they look at you when you don't know an answer kind of thing. And I said, well, that's because I don't watch the news constantly. I feel like saying like you do. He said, you know. I said, no wonder you're grumpy, because you watch the news all the time. And her house is, I don't know about now, but it would get hot in her house and she would turn off most of the lights. So you go in there and it's dark, and then she's watching the news and said, that's just depressing. I would be grumpy and depressed if I was doing that. So I have to have some kind of light. I don't like it when it's too dark. Okay now. Whew. I can't believe I've been holding the phone all this time. I think it's been, about 40 minutes. But I had to switch my hand. And I know the phone is moving all around because I can't seem to keep still. Notice, what's that? There is no chat history. Oh, I know that. That's why I turned the phone. I have to turn it so I can read that part. Because I don't want to turn it. Ouch. The other side. Oh, I almost hit my toe. It was really. You don't want to hear me screaming on live stream. If I stub my toe, I will scream. Ooh-wee. I don't cuss and swear. I just yell. A real high-pitched scream. Because it hurts. But it's just like a little pinch. Just trying to move my feet because I've been sitting in the chair and it's in a odd position. And I have my pillow on the chair, but it's not helping as much. Because it's a straight back chair. You sit there for a while. So I just wish Daisy would move. But I'm letting her, do her thing. So what we gonna do now? Okay, I used up, well, I didn't use up all my music, it's just, I had a certain amount playing. And if I leave the live stream, I don't know what will happen. I think it'll just buffer, so I don't want to do that, so. I wish she'd be dreaming or something, so she's not dreaming yet because her little whiskers will twitch and her little paw will move, and it's just so cute. I think I've caught her a few times dreaming. Do you hear me talking, Daisy? When I talk, her little tail will do that. It's not so little anymore, just the tip. When she was a little kitten, she was so small that when her tail would move like that, it looks like her tail was wagging, like a little dog. When I come home and I was gone all day, she'd come trotting along. She was so tiny, I had to look down to make sure I didn't step on her because she was so tiny. You couldn't see her, except you hear the tiniest little meow. And then I see her little tail move like that, but it looked like it was wagging. She was just happy to see me. She said, Mommy's home. And I can see Mommy. I used to be worried that if she was home alone with Frick and Frack, that they might hurt her because she was so little, but Frick and her would wrestle. I miss those videos because my other channel got deleted those, I didn't have everything stored because I don't have the space. I didn't have a computer to like download and store them, so they might be somewhere in Facebook. So whenever some of the videos will come up like Facebook memories, or they also call it Facebook on this day, like right at midnight. If I'm still up, most of the time I am, I'll go and check Facebook memories and see if I can find some videos, because they'll pop up. Like, that's why I have the videos, you know, frickin' frack 1 year ago or 3 years ago. It's not always on the same day, but I have an app where you can download Facebook videos, but I just download my own stuff. I did try to download something for a friend and not email it to her, send her a message about it, but just her personally. I wasn't going to put it on YouTube or anything because it wasn't my video. So just my own from 1 and 3 years, you know, that they're not lost, they're just somewhere on Facebook, you know, and I don't want to go through my pages. I have a page of Frickin' Frack and a page about Daisy, but I don't want to go through all the videos to try and find them. And Chubby too, sometimes it'll pop up, so I'm just waiting for them to pop up on memories, and then I'll post it on here. I don't think I'll be able to post every single video that was on before, but I'm going to give it a go, especially now, like, with Chubby's gone, Frick is gone, Daisy is no longer a kitten. That, you know, that part of her is gone. You'll never see her that little again except on video, so I try to post that. If it's just Frack alone and no one else, I don't post that because she's here with us and she hasn't changed that much. But she is slowing down a little bit. She'll go in the kitchen and eat something, have some water. She didn't like the food I gave her today, so she just lapped up. I put a little bit of warm water in it because I'm trying to get her to eat more natural foods. I don't know if you call it natural, but it's like canned food that's not Fancy Feast or Friskies or something that's a little bit better, because I can't give them raw because that's too expensive. So I'm trying to give them at least like maybe grain-free wet food that's a little bit better quality, but she doesn't like. She's gotten used to Fancy Feast so much, and there are certain ones she doesn't like. And Daisy is just a kibble food addict. She likes the kibble, so I watched some videos about that, like how to transition from dry food to wet if they don't like it. And I still have to give her some kibble because if I don't, she won't eat very much of the wet food. One time she did eat quite a bit. It was like Tiki Cat tuna. And it's not, they said it doesn't have as much fiber as another brand, which is, Weruva, Weruva. And that brand actually will tell you what kind. They'll say chicken breasts. They won't just say chicken. There's no byproducts in either one of them. So, because if they don't eat the Weruva or whatever it's called, it's hard to pronounce. What's the point of getting it if it's more natural? If they won't eat it, you know, I'm trying all the flavors to see. Now, Frack doesn't refuse it completely except this one. She didn't seem to like it as much as the others, but she ate. I gave her some puree, you know, the delectables. It's like push-ups, like the yogurt squeeze-ups, and then she ate a little bit of dry kibble, and then she lapped up some of the warm water gravy from the canned food, but she didn't eat even half of it. So when after the live stream, I'm gonna see if she'll eat some more, because I don't want her to go without too long. I mean, she's very much. I think this one, it's a no-go. I think it's like the Weruva chicken. I think it's just chicken stew or something, or chicken delight or whatever it's called, but she didn't like it at all. So I said, I don't know if it'll get too expensive for him, but I'm going to give it a try, at least give him wet food most of the time if I can. And not just like Friskies and there's another one, not cat chow. There's another one that's even worse than Friskies, that's lower. There's Cozy Kitten, which I don't know if they have anymore. That's the worst. Even when we were low on money, my mom would say, we have to get him something a little better. Well, we get Friskies, which wasn't much better, but Frack likes that stuff. She's used to the junk cat food, so I'm trying to get her on something better. But she will eat, if there's no wet food, she'll eat the dry food if she has to. But she doesn't seem to like dry food as much as she did. She likes Fancy Feast, and she was eating Blue Buffalo, but I did some research on it and watched videos, and people said it's not much better. But Tiki Cat, I forgot who endorsed it, but I know Waruva, it's like Coal and Marmalade. I don't know if you've heard of them. I think they have their own YouTube channel too, and the owner endorses that. I mean, it's better. It doesn't have as much fiber as the Waruva, but there's no byproducts in it. So, but Daisy loves kibble. And I was going to try to get something called air dried, and that's extremely expensive. I can't afford to do that. But I guess some people might say, well, if they get sick and you have to spend $600 in their vet care, that's even more expensive. But I'm just going to try slowly but surely. Like, I think it was Jackson Galaxy. I've been watching his videos about cats' diets, and he said you can't just change a cat's diet abruptly. You have to kind of slowly introduce them to it. But, well, like Frack, I just gave her the Fancy Feast and it was out. I got the other food, but she's been good about eating most of it. I think the Tiki Cat, she'll eat the most. The other food she would eat like half, but this one she didn't hardly touch it. And then she had a little kibble and some squeeze ups, so I said, she had one, and I said that's not enough for her. So when the live stream's over, I think I'm going to put that food out, because there are some feral cats. Well, no, some of them are feral, but some are mostly stray. Just put it under the chair outside and see if they want it, so I won't have to like waste it, throw it away, let them eat it. And they might not be too picky. Usually outdoor stray cats are not that picky, because they'll eat anything because they're hungry, unless they've been spoiled. Like my neighbor has 2 cats. They were strays, and I think they're kind of spoiled now, which is good. They hang around that house and they feed them, and so they're happy. But the other cats, I don't know, they're really wild. When they see me, they run off, and I'm usually good with cats. Most cats don't run off when they see me. They want to come up to me. But we'll see. And then maybe she'll want... I have 2 cans left, so I'll have to see if she'll like those or not. And then see what else I can get for her. Like the Tiki Cat and the other one, I'm just trying to see which one she'll like the most. Because I don't want to go on Chewy and buy like a whole case of something, and then what if she won't eat any of it? I'm trying to see which one she'll like the most, and then go from there. Like if she likes Tiki Cat the most, I can go on Chewy and buy a case, and then I'll know which flavor she likes. Like if she likes the Tiki Cat tuna, then I'll get a case of that. Even though there's not as much fiber, it still is better than dry food, because they said dry food, they cook it and cook it and cook it to death. They said cats will not get enough moisture, and they say, well, people say, well, they'll drink water. I said, but they still need moisture from food. So, and there's a big difference, because I looked it up. I wish I remember the percentage of the dry food. It's not that much, but if you look at the wet food, it's like 85% moisture. And dry food, I don't even remember if it was 15 or 20% or 25% or something. That's not much. And they said the carbs are through the roof, which cats don't need the carbs. They need a lot of protein and fat. But they said you have to be careful. Don't give them too little because they could end up with fatty liver disease. Oh, it's so complicated. But I love them. They're worth it. I'll figure it out. But they say not to put food out for them, to give them a schedule. But like with Frack, when she's hungry, I can tell, I put food out for her because she's kind of thin. She's always been thin. People say, oh, she's going to die. Is she so? And I say, well, she's been thin ever since I've had her. She was actually a little thinner when I got her. I was really worried because she was just extremely thin. She's thin now, but... And I said, I don't know how she managed all this time. But she has. And she's a good eater. She's always been a good eater. When my friend had her, there's a friend of mine who had the cats before me. They said she just didn't eat that much. But when I got her, she got sick, and she had a kidney infection, and she got kidney disease. But after the antibiotics, she got a lot better. Then I gave her a herbal supplement from Pet Wellbeing. That seemed to jumpstart her. I didn't do it. I didn't go buy the bottle every month for her, but I just gave her enough for a month. It was just like a few drops. It didn't taste good, but it seemed to jumpstart her, you know. What are you doing, babe? And I didn't have Daisy yet. I don't think Daisy was even born yet when I got them. What are you doing to my finger, you kissy thing? You trying to eat my fingers? It tastes good. I think it's salty. You have some salt on there? Now, don't take a bite now. You know how cats are. They don't hurt you. She knows not to bear down and chomp on my finger, don't you? So you think I should wash my fingers? I got cat saliva all over them. Ick. But I love the kisses. And the way she looks so relaxed. You see that? She knows not to bear down. Now, Frick was a different story. If I put food in front of him, like treats, I had to pull my finger away because he'd get a little too enthusiastic and he'd want to bear down. He didn't realize he almost bit my finger. But Daisy knows how to do it. So I'd be very careful. Mommy's very delicate, you see. Be careful, don't bite down on my finger. See, she doesn't. She just... Hello, she's got... You want my thumb? You like my thumb now? Is that good, huh? Is that good? I know it looks... I don't know if anyone's looked at the description, but it still shows that my cats are using Blue Buffalo. Well, actually, Daisy's still eating it, because I had some left, and they say just don't throw everything away and start fresh, because cats don't like that. You have to ease them into it. And even Jackson Galaxy said, which I don't have, they said grind up your dry food and just sprinkle it like pixie dust or something on top of the wet food. But I said, well, I don't have a food processor or anything, so I give her a little bit of kibble, and then when she's finished with that, I see if she'll eat the wet food. Because if I do the wet food first all day, she won't eat. In fact, if there's some kibble on the floor from the other night, she'll eat that instead. But she doesn't get very much. So I don't want to, I want her to eat healthy. I don't want her to get sick. And if they refuse certain flavors or brands, you can't just say, oh, well, you're going to have to eat this or starve, It's like when some people have kids and they say, well, you better eat this. Well, the cats don't understand. Well, I know kids don't. They understand more than cats do, but cats don't know, this is all I'm getting. And if you do that, then like Daisy, if I do that, I know she'll start looking around, trying to find food. And she doesn't need to do that because it's right here. Even though the kibble's not the best, I always thought Blue Buffalo was the best, but they said the dry food, I didn't realize how much they cooked it. They cook it and cook it. I have a playlist if anyone wants to check that out. It's on my homepage on YouTube. Not YouTube's homepage, but mine. AllMyKittys homepage. My channel page. I don't know if that's I think that's the way to say it. And look on playlist on the top, and it's right on the, there's Avon and then Cat's Diet, and then you can just tap on the little, I call it the pointer thing that goes down, and you can see more playlists. But that one are my newest ones. But Cat's Diet, it talks all about the dry kibble. And Jackson Galaxy, he does it like in a Western kind of thing. In the beginning, it's hilarious. It's hard to explain. You have to see it for yourself. But it's hilarious. So, and I know some people would say, oh, don't make playlists of other people's videos because you're going to lose your watch time and this and that and the other. But, you know, it didn't work for me before. Not the way that I wanted it to, where we got monetized and everything. So I said, well, I don't mind sharing other people's videos because I can't share it through community tabs. I don't have one anymore because I don't have 1,000 subscribers. So I have to do it some way. So I do it through the playlist, but it's not in my description. I put like my playlist, my videos, but other people's videos, if you want to see them, you have to go to my channel page and go to playlist, and I have different subjects, and most of the videos I actually watch myself. Oh, we have Fracky over here. There she is now. Oh, what's the matter, baby? Alright, your food's right there. Don't you want some? Don't you want some, baby? Oh, you're a pretty baby. Don't you want some? Oh no, can you see the kibble? The little nuggets? And see, that's the bowl of food, and you can see how, oh, I hope she eats some. She doesn't like it. I might have to give her something else and see if she'll eat. Well, I hope that doesn't mean that she just doesn't have an appetite, because that's not good either. But she's never had this brand, well, she's had the brand for a few days, but she's never had this flavor. So it's definitely not going to be on the list. Actually, I found out they like a certain flavor. I put it like a grocery list and put the brand and the flavor, so I get it again. And if I find out which ones they like, then maybe I can buy it on Amazon or Chewy and just buy like a case. I don't want to buy a case of something I don't know if they're going to like. So I'm just experimenting. Oh, come on, baby. Don't you want some? Don't you want some, Fergie? And her water's right there. It's hard to tell, but the water bowl is full. I just filled it up. And I even put flavoring. There's this stuff I found at Pet Smart that has flavoring for water. You know, the way people have their own flavorings. But it's like chicken. No, it's beef and chicken and liver. I just make sure not to put it in my own water. But, oh, what, see, she's eating the kibble, so she doesn't like that food. I'm going to have to see if she likes the other flavor. And that stuff, I guess, is going to the stray cats, because I don't want to throw it away. See, she's eating the kibble, so she doesn't, it's not her appetite, it's just she doesn't like that flavor. And I don't know, does it look like people food to you? There's one that's supposed to be, it's called Grandma's Chicken Soup, and it looks just like food. And Frack she ate half of it. So if she only eats half, it's like I don't get it again. Because I want her to eat the whole thing. Doesn't mean she has to eat the whole thing right away, but like half now. But there is one, the Tiki Cat, like I said, tuna. She almost ate the whole thing. There was just like a little bit left. So, and I think Daisy even ate some of that too. Daisy's harder with the canned foods. And raw foods, like forget it. I got this stuff that's like raw food in little pellets, and you sprinkle it. You're supposed to mix it in with their food. Daisy wouldn't touch it. She would just roll it off the plate and play with it. And Frack ate maybe 1 or 2 of them. You're supposed to give them like 3 or 4 a day to give them, if they don't eat raw food, but you want them to have, oh, who's talking? Amber and Cinnamon Gaming. Hi there. OOF. Hi, welcome to the live stream. We have my kitty cat's eating, and she's snubbing the canned food, the wet food. And I don't know, have you seen Daisy yet? You are, yeah, Amber and Cinnamon Gaming. I haven't heard of you before. Are you new? Yes, she is cute, isn't she? Even though you can't see her face, where do you see her face? And here's Daisy right here. She's my youngest. She's 4 years old. She's a cutie pie too. I said, when did you eat, Daisy? She's licking her paws like she ate. I didn't see her eat. But, yeah. See, Frack right here. I'm trying to get her to eat more natural wet food. Because there's certain types. There's like wet food that's not so great. Then there's, but it's better than dry. Then there's grain-free wet food. Then there's raw diet. And I'm trying to at least do like grain-free wet food, but there's certain flavors she doesn't like. Because she likes Fancy Feast and Friskies, but I'm trying to get, go up a little higher without going too far. Because I thought if I give them just raw, they might, and it's expensive. I can't make my own raw food. But like to go buy it, or air dried food. I don't know if that was a thing. Air dried cat food, it's a thing. Oh, thank you, Amber. So this plate, I don't know if you can see it, that blue plate, that's the cat food I was trying to give her, and she didn't touch it. She wants, I know, she hardly eats dry food. Because Daisy here is a dry food addict. Because they say the dry food, what they do, they cook it so much, it takes all the flavor out of it. So they have to spray this meat flavored, I don't know what it is, meat flavored stuff. And then that spray, cause I'm concerned because it's like, what's in it? But I have to feed her that or she won't eat much. So I'm trying to transition her because they say cats, you can't be really abrupt with their diet. You can't like take it away and give them something new. You have to like ease into it. And you have to, Daisy's going to be a tough one. But I'm trying to ease her into it and get her to the point where she'll just want wet food. But she's not there yet. But Frack is the opposite. If she doesn't like the wet food, she'll go to the kibble to eat something. But if she likes the wet food, she'll eat that. And she won't eat any dry food. Which she needs it because poor Fracky has kidney disease, so she needs more moisture. But they actually say all cats need moisture because I checked the canned food. I don't know if you have any cats, but the canned food is 85% moisture and the dry food is not. It's a lot less. I forgot how much it is, 15-20% or something. You don't quote me, but because I don't remember it, but I remember the wet food or canned food, whatever you want to call it. And like with some wet foods, there are some that are like the bottom of the barrel, which is like Cozy Kitten and Friskies and 9 Lives. I do not like 9 Lives because people have given it to me, and if I've been like out of money and the cats needed to eat something, and so someone gave it to me and I fed them that. It smells awful and the litter box smells awful, so I don't like getting it. It's just like, it was that between that and starving, so it's like, what do you do? But I haven't had to do that in quite a while. Because they have to eat something. But you don't want to make that a steady diet because certain foods, it just doesn't, agree with them. Right, Daisy? I said, oh. I used to have a cat. Aw. Do you have any pets? Hey, Daisy. Oh, that's my Daisy. Did you eat something? I didn't see her eat. I think she didn't move. She will not move. When she's ready to move, she'll be ready, but not yet. I think she just moved a little bit on the table, but so I'm not getting up because I'm not ready. And I keep talking, so I guess that keeps her awake. I wonder what cats think. I said, why does this human keep talking and put this thing in my face? What is going on here? I don't think she cares. What's she looking at? What's she looking at? I don't know what she's looking at. No, we have no cats. Do you have any other animals? Any pets? A fish, hamster, a dog, a pony, a gerbil, a bird? You know, anything. That's what I meant by pets, you know. Not necessarily cats, but other pets. A chipmunk. There's actually a channel called White Chipmunks. And she's in Canada, and she has one cat and a bunch of chipmunks and an acacia rat, which is doesn't look anything like a rat. It looks like a cute chipmunk from Africa. And they were all imported. So you can have chipmunks as pets, I guess. I don't know about in the United States, but I don't think you can have squirrels. The chipmunks, I'm not sure. But I don't think chipmunks and cats would be a good combination. But I might get a lizard. Oh yes, lizard. Okay. I know those are pets too. Lizards and snakes, and some people even have bugs as pets. All kinds of things. So. Oh, she's gone back to sleep. My little Daisy. Hey Daisy. What you doing? Are you gonna just sleep all night? No, she won't though. She'll wake up like at 11 or 12 and she'll be ready to go. She sleeps all day, and because you know, cats are like that. And at midnight, if I go to bed, I don't always, but if I do go to bed midnight or after midnight, she will just come in the bed and meow, meow, meow at me and crawl all over me, and she'll finally cuddle up and go to sleep. And then she'll get up again. I can hear her get up and jump off the bed, and I can hear her running. I don't know what she's doing. Probably playing. She has enough toys. But she gets so tired of her toys. She gets bored and she wants something else, and then I have to get her attention or put some catnip on it or something. Yes, she is very sleepy and very happy, aren't you? Are you happy, kitty? So I'm so happy. Even if Mama's talking up a storm. And I've been sitting in this chair over an hour. Because I don't want to get up, because then that messes up what you see. She was sleeping in a box. Look at this box. Can you imagine? That was in the beginning of the live stream. Can you imagine her sleeping in that? She could fit in that. Because cats, some people say cats are like liquid. They just pour themselves into a box. But she was, because she doesn't look like she'll fit. But she curled herself up and she could fit in there. She is so cute in there. The only thing is when you're holding the phone, you have to get in a pretzel position, just because I don't want people just to see the back of her, see her face while she's sleeping. What's the matter? What's the matter? Oh, do you want to give me a kissy? Oh, get some more kisses. She loves my fingers. What in the world is on my finger is so tasty? Whoa. What? Oh, the box? Yeah. But if you see the beginning of the live stream, you can see her in the box, and she fits. She really does fit in there. Because I usually film my cats whatever they're doing, except the litter box. That's gross. I'm not going to film them doing that. But it's like whatever they're doing, you know, I don't make them do any tricks or nothing fancy. I mean, that's why I don't have as many subscribers or views. I don't have them doing that. They just do whatever cat's doing. I just let them lead. Except for the litter box. And I say, nope, we're not filming that. Well, wait till they finish. Oh, Daisy. And in the beginning of the live stream, she meowed. She has the cutest little meow. She actually meowed because I said her name. and she meowed at me. Like she was saying, if she could talk, she'd say, "Yes, what is it, Mommy?" That's what the tone sounded like. It was so cute. But you can't see it yet till the live stream's over with. But you can see like the beginning of the replay is so cute. And you don't have to wait very long. It's just like a few minutes. Maybe a minute or 2 or 3. Not sure how far into it was. And she started meowing. So cute. They are. They can fit into the strangest places. How do they fit in there? They go under a door and like and squeeze themselves and the oddest shapes and fit and stuff. Are you made of liquid, Daisy? He said, when I have to. Oh. What's she doing? Oh, she's so cute. Oh my goodness. She doesn't do that very often on camera. Usually she doesn't do cute stuff like that. Maybe she's just, I don't know. Maybe she doesn't care today. So I don't care. I don't care today. Hi. What you doing? I'm gonna have to wash my hands. I got all this cat saliva on me, but that's okay. I can wash my hands. Cat meows can be so, oh, I know. When she was little, oh, tiny little meow, but she still sounds like a kitten. It's not as tiny, but she still does. What are you doing? Is my hand dirty or something? What are you doing? Did you see that? When I said, what are you doing? She looked, oh, be careful now. No biting. No bite hard. There we go. Oh, she just wants to hold on. Hi. Now this is too much. This is too much. Okay, careful now. She doesn't usually bite down hard. She used to when she was a kitten. She'd scratch my legs up, and I have to get under the covers, and then she was on the top, and she realized she couldn't get to my legs, so she'd stop. It took a few times though, but if I wasn't under the covers, she'd just scratch them up. She thought it was a scratching post. So I had to make her stop by doing that. And some people say, oh, you should declaw her. I said, no way. I did that to one cat because my landlord said if I didn't declaw my cat, I'd have to move. And they talked me into it. And my roommates talked me into it. I would never do that ever again to a cat. It was awful. The way, after he went through the procedure, his paws would twitch, and one friend said, oh, it's the anesthesia, it will last for 6 months. I said, I think he was in pain, and he could barely walk, he had to relearn to walk. It was awful. I said, I'll never do that. I will find another way. I will deal with the scratches before I do that ever again. Some people say, oh, well, it's all right. I said, well, I don't care what they say. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. I don't care if people get mad at me or whatever. A friend of mine, she was talking about that. And she said, oh, well, you should get him declawed. And I said, well, Daisy's keeping her claws. And she looked at me so funny like I slapped her in the face. But she never mentioned it again. I don't know, is that too aggressive or something? But I'm like, she's keeping her claws. I'm not doing that to her. It's like, simple as that. And it cost $300. If I had $300, I would take them to the vet. Because sometimes it costs that much or more, if you find something, instead of doing that to them. But I've heard it's I don't know, can you talk about this on YouTube? I don't know. I know some things you can't talk about, but let me see. I wouldn't do it either. And said, I only did it because I was coerced. The landlord, my roommates, really guilted me into doing it. So after all I've done for you, and you want to move, but eventually I did move because it just didn't work out. And I did some things. I kind of mishandled some things, but it was on both sides, and so she wanted me to move out. So I moved out, but it worked out in the end. So I said, when I get cats again, I'm not going to declaw them. Now, Frick and Frack were already declawed, their front paws, when I got them. But Daisy was not. Said she's keeping all her beautiful claws. And you know what she does? I don't have to clip her claws because she does it herself. Like, if you see, I don't know if you can see her right here. That's what she's doing. She actually takes the tip and she bites on it and her back feet, gives herself a pedicure. I don't have to clip her claws. She does it all herself. Because that makes me nervous. It's like, I haven't even done, like, Frack's claws, back claws, and they get kind of long, but some of them actually fell out since she's old. I guess that's why they did, but I find a little claw, I'm like, what's that? It just fell out, you know. But there's one that's a little bit long, but I'm just nervous about clipping it, because I've done that with cats before, and I go too far down, it would hurt them, and I don't want to hurt them, but she does that all herself, don't you, Daisy? Yes, don't you? So are you busy? Excuse me. I know you're busy. Yeah, she does. It really is something. I've never seen a cat actually do that themselves, and I didn't teach her. She just started doing it when she was a kitten. Frick and Frack never did that themselves. She just started doing it herself. I don't know, I guess she realized she could, and of course it's not going to hurt her if she chomps on the claw and she swallows it. It's just like the tip. She gets the tip and they're all done. They're still sharp. Believe me, when she needs me sometimes on my bare leg, I'm like, oh, I can feel that. But she never is actually drawing blood, except when she scratched even when she scratched my legs, I don't think it ever made it bleed. It just hurt and it made a mark. You know how when sometimes you have an itch and you scratch your leg and it's like if your leg is dry, there's a little mark. But that's the way it was with her, except the marks kind of stayed, but she didn't make me bleed. There's one cat though, was a stray cat, would hang around my place, and I hated doing that. I had to shoo him away because he would be behind me and he'd just bite the back of my leg and it would draw blood. And I guess I should have gone to the doctor. I didn't, because I didn't know if the cat had shots. I can't remember if he was clipped, if he was TNR or not. You know, trap and release, where they trap them and they give them, they have them fixed, spay or neuter, and they clip the tip of their ear, and that's how you can tell if you see a stray cat like that. That's what they did. But this cat, I can't remember, and they'll give him a rabies shot. But this cat, and I was just standing there outside, and he would just go behind me and just, I don't know why. I didn't do anything. I don't know what happened. Something must have happened to him and bit the back of my leg, and when I'd see him, I'd have to go shoo, shoo. But my other cat, Chubby, he was in the house, and I'd open the door and Chubby would run out, and no, that wasn't it. Wait, that's wrong. Chubby was in the house and the stray cat tried to go in, and Chubby, he was a big cat. He was like 16 pounds, and he would run that cat off, and the cat would run off, and the cat, I think, didn't come around as much. I mean, I was sad in a way because sometimes I could pet him, but he would get behind me and bite me. Like, I don't know what's going on here. So, but that's been a while. Maybe like 7 or 8 years ago. It's been a while, so maybe a little longer. So I'm in a different place, and that place I lived before, it's gone now. It's a storage facility now. So it's long gone. Right, Daisy? So I have no idea. And that's the place where I found Daisy. She was a little kitten. Her mother was a stray, and I took her in. And it was kind of it wasn't the greatest idea because Frick and Frack were seniors. When I got them, they were probably maybe 12. About 12 or 13, so. But Frick loved it, though. My big orange kitty, he loved it. because he would wrestle, but Frack kind of tolerates her now, but I think Frack has gotten used to her company, because she got upset when I took her to get her shots, and Daisy, that is, right here that you see, the calico kitty you saw was Frack, and she stood up, not stood up, but standing up on all fours, of course. She didn't stand up on two legs, but that's what I mean by stood up, and looked at me like, what are you going with her? So I didn't realize that Frack has gotten used to her more than I thought, because Daisy's always chasing her, and she growls and hisses, but sometimes they'll sit across from each other, and Frack will allow it if Daisy gets close. If Daisy will just sit with her quietly, she'll allow it. And sometimes Daisy will go right up to Frack and just sniff the top of her head, and sniff her nose, almost kissing, and then she'll lick her forehead, and then she'll take off. It's like she's checking her. So, you all right, buddy? And just checking her out. It's so cute. But I've seen them a couple of times laying down side by side. I said, I can't believe it. You know, and then Frack allows it until Daisy starts messing with her. And because Daisy will get on top of her and try to bite her neck, and I said, stop that. She doesn't draw blood, it's just like she's trying to hold her down. I think she wants to be the boss. So I said, you cut that out. That's the only time I do that with Daisy. I shoo her off, get her off of Frack, and Frack is so small, you know, she's growling, but she can't move. It's like, but she hasn't done that in a while. When I was 10 or 11, I fed stray cats. Yep. Oh boy. One time we had a bunch of stray cats, and my mom said, we can't keep them all. I said, well, we can't let them starve either. Whereas while they were feeding them dog food, because we had a dog, and then we ended up getting a cat. So she said, all right, I'll get a big bag. And I don't know what happened. I think some of the stray cats got adopted, and then we had to move, so I don't know what happened to them. Because you can't do anything if you have to move, especially when you're a kid, because you have to go where your parents go. Or even when you're an adult, sometimes you have to move if something happens, even if you don't want to move, because that happened to me. Not too long ago, I was living in an apartment, and they doubled the rent. That's how I ended up here, living in a mobile home now, because a friend of mine actually bought the mobile home and said, well, you can just pay the lot rent and pay it to me, and then, you know, pay me the electric, and then they deal with the bills and everything, so I have a place to stay, because I was staying at a friend's house for about 6 months, but they wanted, I guess, so I don't know if she wanted me permanently, I guess not, but I think they already had plans to, like, buy a trailer or something and fix it up. So, and I told a friend of mine, I said, well, somebody told me I will never have to move again. He said, well, I don't know, because I heard that there's something that landlords can do, not landlords, but trailer park managers, the owners can do. Even if you own your own trailer, they can actually raise the lot rent. And they said it's been going around across the country where they raise the lot rent so they can get the trailer, because they said it costs $4,000 or $5,000 to move the trailer, so the people who bought the trailer have to abandon it, and if it's abandoned for 30 days or more, the owner of the trailer park can confiscate it, and they end up reselling it, which is rotten. But I'm like, I hope the owner of this trailer park doesn't get in on that. And I thought to myself, I don't need to worry because it hasn't happened. Just, you know, live your life. Don't be anxious. Don't worry about something that hasn't happened. And if it does happen, if ever, then you deal with it then, right? You know, because nothing's happened. It's happened in other places, but I don't know. There's a trailer park manager, and then there's an owner. He doesn't manage it. Of course, most of the owners, of the trailer park, they don't manage it themselves. Except one place I lived at, it was like a whole family. They owned it and managed it. So, but he may not want to do that. He might just say that's too much trouble, because well, they have to raise the rent, the lot rent so high that people can't afford it, and then either people move out or they evict them. And that sounds like a lot of trouble, you know, just to confiscate a trailer and resell it. And what if the trailer isn't in good shape and they have to fix it? You don't know. Like if someone owns the inside of the trailer, maybe the inside is messed up and they have to fix it. I don't know. But it's like, it's not happening right now, so most of the cats are alive. Oh, oops. Oops, what happened, Daisy? She knocked over the box. Oh, there she goes with her kibble. She wants her kibble. There we go. But enough about my ranting and raving about trailer parks or mobile home parks. So I always thought it was odd it's called a mobile home a trailer, because when I think of a trailer, I think of those things, you know, the U-Hauls that hook up to the car. That's what I think of. Or now they're calling some of those places modular homes. That sounds so fancy, doesn't it? It sounds... But the only problem, you have to... when a hurricane comes, you have to be the first one to evacuate. But when that other... I forgot the name of it. I can't remember the names of the hurricanes, but the last one coming toward Florida, where I live, was a Category 1, and there was no mandatory evacuations for mobile home parks, which I was surprised. But a friend of mine suggested, well, maybe you should stay, because a friend of mine, actually the friend who let me stay with her for 6 months, said, well, you know, if there's a hurricane coming, you can stay with me. And I stayed overnight, you know, and then I got a ride, and they dropped me off at her house, and she was working, because she said by the time, oh, there goes Daisy in the box. By the time, she's in the box. By the time I get off work, it's probably going to be raining. I don't want you to get caught in the rain. So, and she told me where her key was. She really trusts me. But, you know, I'm not going to steal anything of hers, you know. She even told me, she said, don't use the washing machine. And I wasn't planning on it, but I guess I would ask first, because I don't live there anymore. So they said, it's broken. I said, okay, I wasn't planning on it. I took so much stuff just for overnight. I'm like, I got so much stuff like I was going to stay there for a week. But, and I thought, well, just in case, because I got extra stuff, because what if the mobile home was damaged? And of course, she let me bring my cats, and she was just real sweet. She let me have all 3 of my cats when I was living there, because before I moved, my cat Frick, the big orange kitty, I don't know if you've seen videos of him on my channel, he passed away before I moved. So everything happened. I got my COVID shot, and then I waited a week, and then Frick got sick and passed away. And then I moved. Woo! It was just really hard, but I got through it, so... And I moved. I had a lot of help. Well, she got her water. But I'm just glad I have my cats. In fact, my friends, they said, well, we want to make sure you had your cats, because I said, I think I'd go crazy if I didn't have them. I actually went to a doctor and told him my situation. Said, I think I'd just break down if I didn't have them. I need them as my therapy animal. I still have the letter that I need them as my therapy animals. So, but my friend, him and his wife, they go up, I forgot, to West Virginia like once a year. So what? And there's his friend would come over like to do repairs, or if there's any problems or something. So, but they haven't moved up there yet. But then I just pay them electronically, and it's taken care of, and I guess, well, because even if you're out of state, you can still pay, you know, the wonders of the internet. You can pay for any bill, even if you're out of state. You can pay a bill from another state, and all this electronically. It's all done, taken care of. So all I have to do is I just have to pay them the rent and whatever the cost of the light bill, and I pay them, and then they pay the light bill directly. So I don't get the bill. They just tell me how much it is. And it's been quite a bit lately since it's gotten hotter, but I've had to have the air conditioner on. I tried to turn it off. You can only do that like early morning or when I go to bed at night. I have the fan on in the bedroom because it's too hot. Too hot. It's really hard going through something like this. Oops. So I don't know what I did. Yeah, it is. Oh, thank you. So I didn't read that part. I was talking. Thank you. He's been gone for, I think it's almost 3 months. So I know it looks confusing to some people because I keep on posting videos about him because I had another channel called AllMyKittys, but I made some mistakes and I used copyrighted music. So I got 3 strikes, and when you get 3 strikes, they delete your channel. Used to be, I don't know if they did that. I think, because one time I got 2 strikes, and they just, they took away my channel for 6 months. So I said, I'm going to be a lot more careful and do non-copyright music. Because even I did one short video on Facebook from Frick from like, I think it was last year. In fact, when I moved into my apartment, the one I told you about, that the rent was doubled. But it had, I was playing music from Pandora, and on Facebook apparently they didn't mind, they didn't take it down or anything, so I had to change it and put some non-copyright music, or I say no copy, it's no copyright. Non-copyright sounds funny. No, she is. Where is she? She's in the box. You see her little ears? What's she doing in the box? She loves that box. I just got it today. And if she gets tired of it, the beauty of it, she gets tired of it, I can just put it in recycling. And no problem. Hey Daisy, what you doing in the box? Said, I'm a cat. I love the boxes. She sure does. And Frack, I think Frack took off. As soon as Frack finishes eating and drinking water, she heads right to the bedroom. She wants to sleep most of the time. And I worry about her a little bit because she doesn't want to get in my lap as much. She just wants to sleep. But she is 16. She might be 17 by now because Frick and Frack were brother and sister. If you see some of the videos, I have a playlist of them. And you could see how close they were. They were really close. Like, that's why they call Frick and Frack 2 peas in a pod. And Frick was really something. And when he was healthy, he was a big kitty with orange reddish fur. Yeah. He was a really pretty kitty. But when he got older, his fur color started to fade a little bit. But Frack, her color hasn't faded, but she's acting, older. She meows a lot louder. Sometimes she seems like she's confused. She gets upset more easily, more startled. Now Daisy startles easily, but she's always been that way, even when she was little. Yeah. You see her little ears sticking out in the box. Daisy, I can see you. You're not invisible. I see your ears. Oh, you should see her when she's sitting behind the shower curtain. I wish I could catch that in a live stream because it's so cute. I don't know if she's trying to hide or she just likes it there. And you could see her feet still. And I said, Daisy, you're not invisible. I still see you. But she likes to sit behind and she likes my rug. My rug is old and to me it looks kind of dingy even when you wash it. But when I pick it up to take it off to be washed, she looks at me like, what do you think you're doing with that? That's my favorite rug. You're taking it away from me. And when I bring it back, it's all dry, even when it's like half dry because it's thick, so you can't really, I don't want to spend any more money to have it dried, in the laundromat. So it's like a little damp, and I put it on the floor, and she gets right on it, and she's happy as can be. She loves that rug. So I said, I better not get rid of it. She will be mad at me. She might not forgive me. She said, you took my rug away, my comfy rug. I said, don't take away my shower curtain. And she'll even sit in the tub. It's a small tub. You saw it. It's like, if you get in it, take a bath, it's like you can't stretch your legs out. It's mostly good for like soaking your feet or something, if you can sit on it. Sit to soak your feet. But she likes to sit in it and go to sleep. Because of course she can stretch out. Because she's short, aren't you, Daisy? So who are you calling short? Hey Daisy, what are you doing? Well, let me see. Maybe now I can get up. See if I can get up. Hi. So you can see her in the box. Here we go. Gonna turn around. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at that cutie pie sitting in the box. You like it in there? Hmm? What are you doing in there? What are you doing? Hi there. She is the cutest little thing. Well, I'm glad you found my channel. So how did you find it? Because I know, unless I forgot, maybe you were in a live stream before, but are you new? Did you just find my channel? Because I'm always curious how people found it, or if someone recommended it, or you just searching. And let's get close on with that face. Oh, that face. Yeah, definitely have to take that food and put it out for the stray cats, and then see if people want some more. Not the same one, of course. I have different flavors. I'm just seeing which one they like. They love the tuna. There's one of the foods. It smells just like regular tuna, not cat food tuna, because usually that stuff, it smells really strong. It has a, I don't know, an odd odor, but it smells just like regular canned tuna. But it's for cats, because cats, of course, need certain vitamins and minerals that people don't. And they said the only way they can really get the vitamins and minerals without adding it, you'd have to feed them a mouse a day, a mouse. I am not bringing any mice home to feed. And one of my friends was kidding. He said, oh yeah, you can just get a live one and let them catch it and crawl. So I not want a mice crawling all over the house. No, thank you. No, sir. I know, isn't she adorable? Daisy, you little cutie pie. Look at those whiskers. Daisy, look. Look at me. You're not looking. What are you looking at? I don't know what she's looking at. I don't see nothing. Yeah, someone else is in the live stream. I wonder who it is. Oh, 2 Florida dogs. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you found them. Oh, now, did they do a shout out, or you just saw me in the comments or in the live stream? I'm just curious. I'm always curious. I must be part cat. I'm on my second account. So this is your second channel? My main channel is Amber I can't read that. Hold on, I have to look up. Amber the Kitsune and Cinnamon the Bunny. Okay. Oh, okay. Daisy! Hey, Daisy, you want to move? Because, I mean, it's funny. I'm having to bend over to film her like this, and it's like, I wish she would go over here. That's usually the place she goes, and there's my tripod. You see my air conditioner? Do you see that thing in the background? To me it looks like something from Buck, I don't know if you know Buck Rogers, I don't know how old you are, I can't tell, but something from Sci-Fi. That's the air conditioner, and it's hooked up to the wall, but there's no AC in the bedroom, so I have a fan running at night. So it helps a lot, but sometimes I still wake up a little sweaty. It's like, whew, it's just something you have to get used to. And someone even said, well, if you want to, you can sleep on the couch all night, but I've done that before, like if I've been sick and I sleep all day, and it's not good for my back. It hurts, so I can't do that every night. Sometimes just to take a little cat nap. You know, right, Daisy? So I'm always taking a cat nap. I found them from TikTok. Oh, 2 Florida dogs. Daisy. Daisy, what are you doing? Daisy, what are you doing, you kitty boo? You kitty boo, you? I wonder who else is in the live stream. I'm just curious. Like, I see 2 people, but because someone said I don't know, where they weren't allowed to comment for some reason. YouTube won't let them comment. So, I guess they just stay in here. They've been here, whoever it is, I thank you for being in here so long. That's amazing. Because they've been in here from the beginning. This is like, oh my goodness, 1 hour and 45 minutes. That's quite a while. Oh yeah, you can hear it too if you go in the living room. It's very loud, but it works. And someone said they use those kind of air conditioners in restaurants, and I thought, I wonder where they found it. But it keeps things cool, because in a mobile home, you know, if you don't have an AC of any kind, it gets too hot. Because I have turned it off to try and save on electricity, and after a little bit you have to say, nope, too hot, it's too hot. I know some places, even houses, you turn off the AC in Florida weather. I don't know where you are, but Florida weather, the heat index has been like 102. That's just way too hot. I went outside today and just went across the street to go to Walgreens. I came home, I was sweating so bad, I'm like, oh, that's too hot. And I only went because I had to. I was out of something, and I was having trouble with Walmart delivery, and but I didn't order what I needed through them. But I thought, well, I'm not going to do that because I need it to, like, right now. You know, so I went across the street, too hot, and I wasn't even wearing any. I wasn't wearing any, just a dress. Nothing heavy. I had on sandals, but it doesn't matter if you dress light. And a hat. Still too hot out there. Yeah, I used to be on TikTok. I think I still have the account, but I haven't used it lately. I can't remember if it's AllMyKittys or something else, but I haven't been uploading on there. It's been a while. Maybe probably about 3 months now. Oh, well, thank you so much. So I always wondered my videos aren't so good because some people have so many views on their videos and live streams, or they hit 1 million subscribers. I don't know if I want that many. I just want to be monetized and get like $100. I'd be happy with that, you know, so you can get the money. You need $100 to get the money. But what are you doing, Daisy? She's scratching the box. it. But I always wonder, say, what am I doing wrong? I said, and I share it with people, and you know, I try to make special effects sometimes. And with live streams, I don't have any special effects, so. But I'm glad you enjoy my videos. I guess I should just be happy if people enjoy the videos, because it's not like no one watches it, because I have people watching it. I know some people say they upload a video and they get 0 views, and I thought, is it public? Do they put it on public? Because at least somebody will find it and watch it. But I found out, I share on Facebook groups. There's a lot of cat groups on Facebook. And they said like 85% of the external, they call it, is from Facebook. So I guess people do watch it. Because some people say YouTube doesn't count if you share it on Facebook. But apparently they do. Because the analytics say so. So there. But thank you for the crown. My little virtual crown. We should put it on Daisy. She would look so cute in a crown, but she might take it off and throw it on the floor. So I don't want anything on my little head. My pretty little head. Yes. Oh, I'm going to have to go offline soon. I have 6% on battery on my phone. When it hits 5%, I have to go. Or all of a sudden, the live stream will close and you won't know what happens. So I want to give you a heads up. But I still have 6%, so I'm going to try it maybe probably in a few minutes. Yep, it's 5%, so I'm going to have to go. But I just want to thank everyone for coming to the live stream. For you, Cinnamon. I can't read that part. Yes, she is. But I want to thank you, and whoever else was in here, I thank you for coming in and supporting my channel and watching the kitties. So I will see you guys next time. So I just want to say bye before my phone shuts down completely. Bye now.